Hello, good afternoon guys. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Nija, and today we don't have too much to do. I'm about to head out to the library because I just want to change my environment so that way I can really focus on what I have to do, which includes like updating my business site, planning some content, finishing editing. I just want to get all that done and like out the way, and I feel like if I stay home I'm probably not gonna get it done because I'm gonna be stuck playing Sims. I literally have it open now. I have to do better, so I'm about to head out. Let me grab my bag. This is the bag that I'm going to be taking. You guys have seen this bag on my channel 20 million times before, and I just have this little pack, and it has my laptop and my tablet because I don't know what I'm gonna need. I'm probably gonna need both because I might read a little bit, because I've been reading this book. I think it's called Immortal. It's Immortal something. I'll put it on the screen for you guys. I've been reading this book and it's like a black fantasy book. Okay, all black cast. That's something that I've really been intentional about when it comes to reading. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just tired of reading about, you know, people in fantasy books. I want to see some more black people. It's more relatable. It makes me feel like I can really be the character, you know. Of course, I have to pack. Ignore my nails. I don't know if I told y'all, but I was walking my dog and my finger, or the leash, got wrapped around my finger, and my dog pulled me down the stairs and my whole fingernail came off. You probably, I swear I'm not flicking y'all off. You probably can't really tell, but my fingernail is up. I don't know if I should go to the doctor and have it completely taken off or what. I'm kind of scared. I don't want to see what it looks like without the nail. That's why my nail is looking like that. And oh my gosh, when I tell y'all this smells amazing, please believe me. My little to-go pouch. Now in this pouch I do have a pair of panties, I have some mouthwash, some tampons, and then I also have some makeup wipes. I'm pretty sure I have a toothbrush in here, a comb. Now to stuff that in my bag, I need this. Hey guys, it's the next day. So yesterday, as you guys saw, I went to the library and I got a little bit of work done. I wasn't able to get as much done as I thought I would, just because I only had like 2 to 3 hours before the library was closing, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got a little distracted, but I did get a good bit of work done. I've been working on putting some videos together because I have some new ideas that I'm going to go ahead and put out for you guys just to spice up the channel and just do something a little bit different. You know, I'm always looking to learn and grow, so that's what I was working on, and editing some videos. But you guys are probably seeing like the last video if you guys haven't already watched it, which if you haven't, go back and watch it. I just went ahead and did like my little intro because for some reason, somehow I ended up deleting the footage for the beginning of my video, so I had to reshoot my intro. But nonetheless, today I'm about to go ahead and clean up my beauty room. I'm gonna call this, instead of calling it my beauty room, I'm gonna start saying my studio, my salon suite. This is gonna be my suite, you know, just because it's at home, doesn't matter, it's a suite. So I'm about to clean up my suite because I have some balloons all over the floor. It was my birthday on the 17th and I had a ton of balloons. I had like 200 balloons set up. Some of them were in the kitchen, the rest of them, oh y'all are cricket, and the rest of them are in my suite. So I need to go ahead and pop all these balloons and get everything cleaned up, and I need to go ahead and put together my little gift bags that I got from my client. I want to go ahead and get a little organizer to sit them in so that way they look cute. But guys, I have some really good news for you guys. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but okay, this little story. So I quit my last job because for one, I was moving, and for two, I started working at this other job, which is like a sales position. And I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but that company, it just wasn't the right fit. Like, I just was not willing to lie to people and keep people from canceling their plans if they wanted to. I just wasn't with that, and it just wasn't working out for me. And I started looking for new jobs, which was hard because I wasn't like hearing anything back. I'm thinking like my resume is good, like I put in the time and effort and make sure like it was a clean cut resume, but I just wasn't really getting anything back. So I finally applied for this customer service position. It was a work from home thing, but it was a contract. So I already knew like my time was limited. It wasn't really like a contract to hire. There was like a 10% chance that I could get hired on, but it just wasn't likely because within that position on the slow seasons, like it's very, very slow. So they really don't need a lot of people. Once my contract ended on January 23rd, I was like low-key stressed the heck out because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I was doing this job search before and it was already so difficult. I don't know. But I just had to keep telling myself like, trust God, trust God, trust God. Like, don't let yourself get stressed out. Like, it's not the time, you know? And I just had to remind myself, like, when has God ever left you without, you know? If anything, all your needs have been taken care of since the time that I started paying my own rent. God has made sure that my needs have been taken care of. So I'm like, let me not stress. Thank God I didn't, because that day when my contract ended and they let me know that it wasn't going to be extended or I wasn't going to be hired on full time, I just went ahead on Indeed and I just started applying. Like, I was just applying for any type of job. It did not matter. I'm applying because you know what? You never know. But I had an interview on Monday, and I felt like the interview went very well. I didn't even feel like an interview. It was more like a conversation. They told me that they would let me know by middle of the week, like today or like Thursday, if they decided to hire me or not, because they did have one more interview. And yesterday, early yesterday around like 2, they called me back and they let me know that I got the job, and I'm super excited about this job. I get to go back in person again, which working from home, it's fine, it's convenient. Don't get me wrong, like it's very convenient, but at the same time you're missing out on that person-to-person contact, so it does get very lonely, it does get very repetitive, and I feel like it was just making me very lazy because I'm like, for one, I don't have to worry about getting up and, oh, the sun. Let me go back. I was just like, for one, I don't have to worry about getting up and putting myself together because I'm literally going to be working from home. So I would literally get up, get straight on the computer, and then maybe like lunchtime, that's when I will actually get ready for the day. And on top of that, like I said, like I wasn't having too much face-to-face contact with people and things like that. So I'm excited about this job. Thank God. Okay? Thank God. Like, I'm doing the makeup thing, I'm doing the content thing, but I still enjoy working a 9 to 5. I like the consistency of it. I like the benefits of it. So I really wanted the job and I got it. So that's that. But I'm so sorry for rambling and talking your heads off. I'm about to go ahead and pop these balloons because I also need to call maintenance because that door fell off the hinges. I don't know what happened. I just opened it one day and it just fell off, almost fell on me. So I definitely need to call maintenance to go ahead and fix that. That's a good angle. All right, this is the aftermath of popping all those balloons. Now I'm about to get to work cleaning everything up. All right, to make things easier on myself, I just put everything in a pile. That way I can just grab everything up and throw it in the trash. divas. Today is Friday. If you're wondering why it's Friday and this is the first time I'm coming to talk to you guys in like 2 days, it's because I didn't have anything to do yesterday. So I did end up, because I don't think I showed you guys, I did end up going to like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Burlington to look at some work pants, and I found absolutely nothing. So there's no footage of that because there wasn't anything going on. But today is Friday. Like I said, I'm about to sit down and film some content. I want to do 2 makeup looks today. I really want to do like 4 videos. I do have 4 ideas in mind, so I should be able to do so without having to like do my makeup 4 different times. You know, you gotta make the content stretch. I already have my little setup. I had to bring my little desk out from the wall so that way I can put my lights behind it, because y'all know you can't have a video without some good lighting. I just have my little robe on and some little yoga pants because I'm fresh out the shower and I didn't want to get anything dirty. So let me go ahead and set up my little stuff. I'm going to be filming this on my phone. I feel like that's going to give me the best quality for social media. I don't know why I'm trying to take my case out. Okay. I think that looks pretty good, but let me... Why am I recording already? Wait. Good. Might add my little light just to give a little extra. And I think that looks good. Let me do like a little test run and bring you guys a little bit closer. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. If I need anything more, I'll just get up and get something. So the look that I want to do first is going to be a very, I think I want to do like a simple look, but I do want to make it like, I'm really trying to think. Okay, no, so I'm just going to do like a full like soft glam look, and the first look is going to be very plain, just a brown eyeshadow, full coverage, matte face, things like that. And then I do want to do a second look to make it more sultry. I want to kind of do like a daytime to nighttime type of look, because you know when you with your boo, you know you spend the whole Valentine's Day together. So you get up in the morning, you go out for brunch, things like that, do like a little activity, and then at night obviously you're going out to dinner, so that needs to be a more like sultry, sexy type of look. So I want to do a transition from day to nighttime look, and then I want to do like a red lip to make the look a little like even more sultry. Oh my gosh. And then I want to do like a whole new look. I think I can do it. So I'm about to go ahead and start filming. I think I have everything set up. I just need to get like a little blending brush and then an eyeshadow brush, and then I'm ready to start. Perfect. And then let me test the angle. Okay. it to be more even. No. That's kind of off to the side, but at the same time, I think I might prefer it. Nah. I'm also not aligned with that light. Oh gosh. This is literally the process of setting up for filming. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, this is literally the freaking process. But I'm making it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. I haven't filmed with like this background, even though my background is not like completely set up. I haven't filmed like this, so I'm just trying to like figure things out. I think I need to move the light. All right, hopefully that's good because I'm literally just taking a wild guess. All right. Shape my brows and put them in place. Perfect. This stuff is literally heaven sent. I don't know, like this stuff is amazing. The grip on this product cannot be beat. I'm telling you. And I have really thick eyebrows that are so hard to tame, and this makes it so much easier. And that's not me complaining about my eyebrows, don't get me wrong. I love having thick eyebrows because if I get them waxed or I shave them myself and they're not done right, or they're messed up or whatever, my eyebrows grow back super fast and super thick every single time. I'm gonna let my eyebrows dry a little bit and then we can get started. I'm gonna start by priming my face with this Maybelline New York Grippy Serum. Lately, I have not been using any type of primer whenever I do my makeup. I feel like my skincare routine is good enough to the point where my makeup sticks and it still looks very flawless. But I do want to make sure that I'm using something that's going to be long lasting, because I know you guys do not want your makeup slipping off or breaking up or becoming cakey and you're out with your man. You know, it's Valentine's Day. You want your makeup to last the whole entire night. So we're going to be going in with a nice little grippy serum to make sure the makeup stays in place. I like to let my skincare sit onto the skin as long as possible. Obviously, not. I like to let my skincare sit on top of the skin as long as possible so that way it can really absorb into the skin and give as much payoff as possible. Like, I'm trying to work this product. So while I'm letting that sit, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and my little eyeshadow. I might go ahead and put my eyelashes on, and then we're going to go ahead and continue with the rest of our face. Gotta put on some tunes for this part. I thought you had weight. He supposed to that day to make his mama cry. That day. Wipe your tears, dummy. You ain't seen the best years, dummy. Hold on. No way you thought he was the one. We are back with the concealer. Normally I like to let my concealer sit for a couple of minutes. There's no specific time. It just honestly depends on how much time I have or how I'm feeling. But while I'm waiting for my concealer to set, just so I can get more of a full coverage look, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Black Opal Ebony Brown foundation stick. I use this as contour. So I'm about to go ahead, and I don't be wanting like a super sculpted look. Like, I want my cheeks and my face to look snatched, but I don't want it to be so snatched to the point where I just look like a completely different person. So this is pretty close to my skin tone. It's probably like 2, maybe 3 shades, but like realistically like 2 shades darker. And I'm just gonna go on my cheeks, my jawline, and then get my forehead because I like a super roundy forehead. Just blend that backwards into the hairline, careful not to get it in my hair because the girls do not like getting foundation or concealer or contour in their hair. So I'm always careful about that. Normally I put like a finger over my edges and I blend that way just to keep the product from going too far back. But sometimes it does just get into the hair. It just, you can't avoid it sometimes. But I try to do as much as possible to prevent it. And then when it comes to my cheeks, I like to just keep that product in place. I don't want it to move at all. Perfect. Okay, that's perfect for now. I'm still gonna let my concealer sit a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna come back, blend that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and take care of our blush. I'm just trying to get my head right. I don't talk a lot. Okay, I'm consciously driving. Babe, when I get mad, I get unconsciously violent. I show no love to her. Driving on this long road. It's temporary to take the pain away. Got it. Now that my concealer has been sitting for a couple minutes, I'm about to go ahead and take my Real Technique brush and blend out the edges first, and then blend out the rest of the concealer. My phone literally just said I ran out of storage. Now I gotta go ahead and delete some stuff. So let me turn this side off so I can finish the rest of the video. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, what can I delete? Let me delete the Fashion Nova app, delete DoorDash. Alright, we are back to our regularly scheduled program. So let me go ahead and set this back up. Alright, now that we've blended out the concealer, we're going to go in with blush. And for today's look, I'm going to go in with a very pink blush. And I'm just going to focus that blush on the high points of my cheeks, just to give me more of a lifted, more sculpted look. And I like to use a good amount because I want that blush to show up. When I'm blending, I like to focus the blush in the area that I placed it in. I don't like to stray too far from the placement, just because, like I said, I like a more lifted, more sculpted looking look, but like still giving natural, but like just a tiny bit snatch, you know? And I'm going to take that blush all the way under my eyes. I definitely need more blush. I'm going to take that blush here. Now, typically when it comes to blush, I would use two. Most times when I use blush, I would use two different shades. If I'm using like a super pink shade, I would go in with like a little darker shade to blend it. I don't mind giving like super pink and my blush just is sticking out a lot. That's kind of the look that I'm going for today. I'm just lightly tapping that blush in. Alright, now that my blush and everything is blended, I'm going to go in with the... Okay, now that my blush and everything is blended, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade... What shade is this? Sugar Cookie. And I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and the rest of my face. And then we're going to move on to the powders. I'm just taking my powder puff and just tapping it into the container just to pick up that product. But just not picking up a lot of it, so I'm gonna dust it into the top like I normally do. Take a good amount, and I like to swirl it around the top just so that way I'm evenly distributing the powder, so that way it's not looking clumpy in one area and then making my face look patchy. So your powder puff should look pretty smooth like this. And prior to using the setting powder, I'm going to go back in with my brush and I'm just going to blend out underneath my eyes just so that way I'm not setting any creases. Good afternoon, you guys. Today is Monday. I was going to end this vlog yesterday on Sunday, but my model ended up changing because I had a model that was supposed to come, but she ended up not being able to make it, so we just scheduled for today instead. She's on her way. She's going to be here in like probably less than 10 minutes. So I pretty much got everything set up and now I'm just waiting for her to come. This is my little station. I'm not sure why my camera keeps zooming out. This is my lighting setup. I'm trying to figure out if I like the clients to be facing this way or to have their back facing that way. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna have to set the camera up when she comes and just see how I like it. But this is what we're looking like. I'm literally in the process right now of downloading some content that I was filming because I need as much storage as possible. There's literally nothing worse than filming with a client and then your phone dies or like runs out of storage in between. So I'm uploading this and then I charge all of my electronics, like my little mini lights, my camera batteries, all of that, because I like to be prepared whenever I have clients.
Yeah. It's come out, line me up like a clipper. I don't give a fuck about a nigga. I don't give a fuck about a bitch for real. Damn, I'm putting you down. I'm putting you down like my head. I'm putting you down like the signature. Top of the paper, I'm banging them niggas. I got a 50 out. Hold on, how did you put up? I'm Mr. Kitchen, get her up. I'm Mr. Wiggle for running my hook. I'm Mr. Don't fuck with these niggas. Young boy, I pull up a necessary brother. If he's down and put one up for Leo. Put you down. Put you on. Put you down. Ducking copper who put us stolen goods, we playing robbers in it. B-Way got a chopper in it, stolen with them coppers in it. Up in pocket, then flip them, hit them body rockin' with it. Ooh, hallelujah.
Citizen shit back. $700 right?
Bitch, good pussy, I ain't average. You can't come around without that cabbage. I want pussy, bitch, quick like a bubble. Bitch, up 30 ass, baby girl, you need to back. JC on the track, and you know I'm about my paper. Pussy sweet, pussy tight, so he caught up your ass a rich nigga. I'ma fuck you till you ain't one. I'm turning to a dancer. I make it clap like